What's going on, guys? DigiDestin here, back again with another pickup video for you. I'm going to keep this one fairly short just because we have a couple great finds this week, and I don't want to dive too much into detail about these finds. But both of them were secondhand, both of them were thrifted in a way. One was from a secondhand bookstore called Half Price Books, which I love, and then the other one's from Value Village, which is a chain thrift store, which is widely common in the area that I occupy. So the first one is from Half Price Books. It was found by my fiance. It's a game guide, and surprisingly we haven't had a game guide find in a long time on this channel, or even in general. So this one is a Super Nintendo game guide, which isn't too common. It is Breath of Fire, the authorized game secrets. This is very cool. It's actually a Prima guide, so it says Prima's Secrets of the Game. So I'm guessing this is what they called themselves before they just went with, just straight Prima. But this is for Breath of Fire. We got this from Half Price Books, like I mentioned, for $7.49, which is a pretty good deal. It's got an original tag on the back. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's okay. This is a Squaresoft RPG, mostly in black and white, but we get to the middle section, and they have very cool full color artwork, as well as some stats for the enemies, all in full color as well. Pretty cool. So I haven't played through Breath of Fire yet, and when I do eventually get to playing Breath of Fire, this thing will probably come in handy. Alright, and the next find is pretty cool. It's from Value Village, like I mentioned, and what's funny about this one is I ended up going to the store at a time that I normally wouldn't, and I went right before I had to go to work. I just had a little bit of extra time. I stopped in, looked into this display case, and this is what caught my eye. This is what sat right in front of me. It is a Super Nintendo Junior. So this is the second iteration of the Super Nintendo, or the second body. As you can see here, we got it for 40 bucks. Not bad. I mean, it's a little dirty still, but overall there's no cracks. It functions perfectly. I tested it, and what's cool about this model is it doesn't have the RF connector at the back anymore. It just has the composite out, but the picture on this version of the Super Nintendo looks great. So compared to the very first release of the Super Nintendo, this one looks miles better. One of the best ones that you can get, that's not a one chip or running HD Retrovision cables, or component cables with BNC connectors. I don't know, it's something along those lines, but this has very good picture quality. The cool thing about this find is not only did it come with the console, it came with a bundle here. So as you can see on the tag, it says ×2. They like to do this sometimes. This is the ×2 on this tag. I don't know if you can see that, barely. But this one came with a controller extension, a third-party controller, the battery pack, or not the battery pack, the power adapter, and the AV cables, which is very cool. So essentially a complete Super Nintendo Junior for 40 bucks. Fortunately, I had a coupon which gave me 30% off, so I was able to actually get this one for about a little over $30. I consider this a really good find just because this console itself is fairly uncommon. It's pretty hard to find out in the wild. I don't see it too often. I think out of the entire time that I've been collecting since 2011, I've only come across this in a thrift store maybe twice, and this was the second time. The first time was back in like 2011. So yeah, this is a pretty cool find. I plan on keeping this one because the other one I have is in the box. But yeah, I'm very excited. Anytime I can find a Nintendo console or a Nintendo product for a really good price at a thrift store, I get super hyped, I get super pumped, and it just brings a good feeling to my heart and gives me hope to continue going out to thrift stores and looking for games and consoles and hardware and so on and so forth. The only funny thing is, in the same display case was the PS2 Slim, and they had that price for like $50. So the fact that they had this price at $40 kind of blows my mind. And those were all my finds for this week. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out some of my other videos. I got other pickups, tips and tricks, gameplays, as well as streams. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.